Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new stream here on the A Hardcore Gaming Master Season 1, and this is the B stream. Right now we have the game to be shown, which is going to be Berzerk taking on GTC Bulls in this 1-2 matchup. So both teams have won one game, lost themselves two, and it is going to be the loser is going to be out, and that will be the first of the 1 in 3 guys who are going to be out. Of course, on the A stream, we have now 777 taking on no namers, so one of them is going to be out as well. So maybe this is not going to be the 100% first, but then it's 1 hour later, so we can still say that because, that's what we can do. They are going to start off with this matchup very soon, and the vetoes are sure to come up soon, I assume, because I think we are ready for that. There comes the veto. We will see Berzerk banning the first map, which will be Vertigo out. That is going to be, I think, one of their weakest maps, so it's a fair pick to go for that. And Berzerk is known for those puggy maps like Mirage, the Steel, and Inferno. And as we're speaking, GTC Bulls banning themselves Mirage, so that's a fair pick. CC Oglum, also known as Berzerk now. Berzerk has been signing the roster from CC Oglum, so that's why I was referring to that one. They are going to pick Dust 2, as I said. Very puggy style. They are plain. They also like maps like Inferno and Mirage. So yeah, that's basically the pick that Berzerk is well off doing. GTC Bulls is going to be picking Ancient, which is one of their best maps. They played very well versus one of the teams who is now out of the tournament. I assume, I don't remember 100% who they played against, but they won yesterday, I think, versus No Limit Gaming on Ancient as well. Then the map ban Nuke coming in. I said it, Berzerk not really going for any other maps than puggy maps, so then Nuke is out, and that leaves us with Overpass and Inferno, and that means the decider is going to be Inferno. As I already said, loser is going to be out, and I think, looking at the maps right now, I think Berzerk has a fair chance of taking this game. Of course, we're going to see what GTC Bulls can do on the puggy style maps. So are like Dust 2 and Inferno and also Ancient then, the pick from GTC Bulls. Let's show what Berzerk can do on that map, because loser is going to be out, and so we are going to be seeing it. Map is starting, or the match is starting in about 1 minute, so that gives us some more chance to talk about the series that is also on the A stream right now. 777 taking on No Namers International, and one of those two teams is also going to be out. 777 is a team that didn't get invited into here. Same can be said about Berzerk. They are also true towards this. They were also not invited. They are coming from the regional Swiss stage, and I think GTC Bulls is also a team that got invited. I think GTC Bulls is actually one of the 8 teams that got themselves invited into the later series. No, they aren't. Okay, never mind. I am totally wrong about that. But CC Oglum by then, so that's now Berzerk. We're going 3-1 inside of their regional Swiss stage. So let's see what they can do now, because the pistol round is already rolling, and it will be Dust 2. CC Oglum's one of their best maps coming up now with ND. He heard some shots here, some pushes coming in, and as Devron gets himself first contact, will be fragged out, or at least get hit down to 35 HP when there's also sure on low HP. The push just comes in. It seems like NC or Nplay GTC Bulls want to take themselves some control here over towards this B tunnels. Now Shanky is going to be falling. Sure, still with 1 HP, is able to find himself 2 kills with just 1 HP remaining. That's absolutely crazy. And I'm seeing also GTC Bulls having some roster changes. I think Stepa and Sure and Joppa and Rofax were actually not in the team from GTC Bulls before, but now they have been signed by them, I guess. And that's what we can say. Some roster change coming in, and I think GTC Bulls was actually, or at least like Rofax, Stepa, the players were first from another Portuguese org. But I can't 100% remember who that was. Joppa going to be tapping away there with his P2K, or there was a Glock. 100% sure of that. He is switching over to it, so we cannot really see it, but it will be some nice kills coming in for the Berzerk squad, and that's going to be what matters. It was a Glock, you see it now. The Glock coming in from that long range, tapping them away, and it will be GTZ Bulls, who has secured themselves this first round here on Dust 2. And looking at Dust 2 being a really 50-50 map, and GTZ Bulls getting themselves this opening, maybe this can be something they can build up on. Maybe this can be their start of their dreams, and this could be the comeback coming in. The comeback into this series. That would be insane, because GTZ Bulls lost themselves their first two maps, or first two series. Then they won their game versus No Limit Gaming yesterday. That would mean, if they would win this series, they are going to be going 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses, and that would mean 1 win away from getting themselves into the playoffs. And you, the team, losing yourself the first 2 series, and then coming back to that 3-map win is going to be absolutely crazy. Going to be a real-time story if they would be able to get something more out of it. On the other hand, we have Berzerk. They also won their series versus NLG, but they've lost 2 series 2-0 on the other side. So technically, looking at statistic-wise, GTZ Bulls actually has themselves the favorites, are themselves the favorites. Also looking at, of course, the round difference and stuff like that. There's the SG from Shanky coming in, and it seems like GTZ Bulls want to take themselves some lower control. They have taken it, but Shanky is going to be taken sure down. First kill found. And that will be the entry coming in. GTZ Bulls has taken themselves tunnel control. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Them actually going for that for the first couple of rounds. It's not a most common thing to see. It's not the most common thing to see that CTs are taking tunnel control every single round. Of course, it's a thing that they see some time, but it's not a thing you see always. Ruffox waiting with his MP9 around the smoke, and he will pull the plug on that one because he knows there are players running in, and he knows that there are going to be people trading him. Ruffox still trying to find himself a kill, will be finding one, but the trade comes in, and most likely round done and dusted with that. And is he going to be jumping? I think he is, but the smoke is used from the CT side, and he will still be inside of that smoke, and he is going to swing for the first, swinging out for the second, and he will miss, or at least not do a lot of damage on step. I will be on 12 HP, but the SG coming in play. Shanky taking him out, and the SG, a weapon you don't see a lot nowadays, but Shanky using it to perfection. Shanky with his SG is gonna try to peek long, but it's Ruffox who is gonna take him out. Secure the first frag, and that's a 5-on-4 secure. 5-on-4 taken. Ruffox with the second kill. He's actually holding down this long. The flash comes in. He cannot find the third. The bomb is secured for the C side, and a push comes in for Jap. Beautiful stuff. Finds himself one, but the trade is there. Trade is good, and now 2v4 coming in, and he is the only player left with the SG. He knows where Ruffox is, has a SG in his hand, but he will take down Ruffox to 1 HP. A bit of luck coming in there, but you gotta have some luck on your side, and that's gonna be a round won by GTZ Bulls. They have secured themselves their third round now, and this is probably a start they would have liked to have. 4-0 would obviously have been a bit nicer, but you gotta also think about Berzerk having the map as their pick, and you as a team who is not picking it, being in the lead. Now the push comes in on top mid. It's sure trying to go for an aggressive peek, but he's barely hitting anything. Abu Willy will take him out. First kill going the way of GTZ Bulls, but then instantly get back by Berzerk for a miss. We're all human, so things can happen. We're all machines, like for example Nico. Everything can happen. That is going to be still alive. He's not dead yet. Fran is walking in, pushing in further inside of middle with his M4. He's going to be getting one, but is gonna fall back as well. Berzerk actually playing it still a bit slow, but they still have a lot of time to play with. Now it seems like the short execute seems to be coming in. Flashes, smokes used. Molly on top of the side. It's Roughucks. He's lining up. He's trying to peek. He's trying to hold on. The flashes are good, but Roughucks, he has to step up. Will find one. That's probably enough. But Steppa couldn't fall in that situation. Only Jeppa now in the 1v2. He has the M4. Has himself a kit as well to work with. And now it will be the 1v2. Jeppa. Yeah, you hear some noise in my background. Now it's going to be on. Jeppa waiting, peeking out, but it's Rafan who will take him out, and he secures himself. 4 kills, secures the round for Berzerk. That will be second round on the boards. It's the Fran doing everything there with the 4K. We're going to see some more frags. That's the second one, and the third is 4-1. Almost getting timing, but not quite. All picked up, all secured, and now it's GTZ Bulls who has themselves the worst buy. Still an M4, still armor to work with, but also some deagles around it, so not 100% what you would like to see. Beautiful shot from the Fran coming out. Will secure the entry. The 5-on-3 now in. The Fox will take MD down. The 4v2 now up. This is not going to be a round for GTZ Bulls, I assume. There's no way they are going to get this. Johnny still spraying. Will find one. The peak comes in. That's still waiting. He's still alive. Not trying to be dead, but he will be dead after all. Berzerk secure the tie up, and they are now going to be on 3 rounds. Good shot from the Fran coming in there, and again he is necessary. It's him needing to do it so far for the Berzerk side. Rafak's going to be down to 28 HP after that tag coming in from the Fran, and it will be Abu Willy waiting for a long push. The flash comes in. Rafax, he's still lining something up, and now the flashbang comes. Abu Willy, it's going to be full blind. The swing comes in. They know he's on the blue box. Abu Willy will have to step up. He's going to find one. The Fran will help him out, and it's again just a slaughter. No one getting anything from GTZ Bulls, and it will be Berzerk who has secured themselves their 4th round. Now they are going to be leading for the first time inside of this game. And the up from the Fran is there. Five M4s for the GTZ Bull squad. As there is an AWP lining up, the Fran will spot him out. Will spot the second player across. And that will mean Berzerk not gonna go for B just yet. Flash comes in, short peek as well. Berzerk is taking themselves short, and I said it multiple times. This 2 is usually a map where you have a few things you can do. I mean, you can take some tunnels control as a T, or you can take yourself short control, and then it's basically an execute, either mid to B split, either a B push, a long push, or a short execute. There's not a lot that is there. Not a lot of things you can do. And that's what makes Dust 2 really, really complicated. The smokes are coming in, and it seems like it is a short execute fake, because the Fran's going to be trying to entry out on mid. It's that waiting around the corner. He will take one down, gets the trade as well. And I think in on Abu Willy. No Molotov on the closed door, which you normally see happen when you're trying to execute into the mid area. Shanky running in with the AWP is going to take himself 2 players down, and that's going to be A side. Fully taken over, fully secured, and I'm not sure what GTZ Bulls are trying to accomplish with that mid peak. Why not just stay on A? Don't get it. The peak comes in from Sure, and he will be hit by the Molotov. Johnny will hear him, takes him out. Jeppa now in the 1v3. And he is most likely just going to be saving. What a round for Berzerk. I'm still not sure what GTZ Bulls were trying to accomplish. It's Johnny who takes the final kill down, puts the nail in the coffin, and that's going to be Berzerk, who has themselves the lead, has still 2 rounds in the advantage. The Fran has an AWP. Is going to be boosted once again, but he will also be tagged there by Sure, so that's going to be some early damage taken. Damage advantage is there for the GTZ Bulls squad, but we will also think about that much guns that are in the favor of Berzerk. The trade comes in, which actually makes things easier, which makes actually things a bit more interesting. Sure, who gets himself timing. Just gonna try to get the tag. Will do some damage, but yet again, only damage is there to be found. The trades are actually there, and that makes me a bit concerned. Makes me a bit concerned for the Berzerk squad. They will still have to secure the round and then get yourself some kills. But if it gets traded every time, then rounds are gonna get close. The Fox waiting around the door, and the bomb getting planted. He's still on this scaffolding position. Is gonna find one going back to the side, which leaves for Fox in the 1v2. Doesn't have a kit, doesn't have any armor to work with, so it's going to be a hard retake for sure. Maybe it's even better for him to just get himself out of there. Pull the plug, go do something else. And that's what he thinks, that's what he does. Wait, is that just a Neon Rider just hanging there? Do we get to see that? There's literally, you see on your top of your screen, you see a bit of neon string out. Yeah, there it lays. And now we get blown on straight up. Wow. The AK just hanging there. The hanging AK. Physics are not a thing in this game. How can that AK just be hanging there? There's no way that thing hangs there. Physics completely thrown out of the window, but we're gonna continue with this game because Berzerk has themselves a 3-round lead, and physics don't matter when in the end you're gonna be able to secure yourself some frags. And it is Rofax who's waiting, trying to see if the Fran is gonna be peeking, but he also knows what's up. He also knows that the CTs are gonna be trying something for sure. Rofax is waiting with his AWP. He's not going to spot the player crossing, and that's a timing that is just so incredibly painful to see. He comes in, and he will take the Fran down. SHR going to be finding himself one as well. That's actually some map control taken, or at least some kills taken for GTZ Bulls, and it is potentially the thing they need to get themselves yet again around, because otherwise Berzerk is going to be walking out quite big. And knowing that is their map pick, you don't want to leave them too far ahead, because then they're going to be abusing it. They are the team that is most likely going to be liking that map more than you are. Johnny will be taking a player down, and the 2v4 is what's left. The flash comes in, the peek is in as well, but it's Rofax will miss his shot, trying to peek out for more. And it is just such a hard angle to clear this one where Rofax is in. Not a peek that's expected, and the flash comes in, the bomb will be planted, and actually the retake will have to come in. The AWP duel isn't been won by Abu Willy. It's Johnny now in a 1v4. A 1v4. What is there for him to do? Autogen just hits some headshots. You will find one, but a trade from Rofax is in. 4 kills in the round, saving the round for GTZ Bulls. And as the Fran was saving it earlier, Rofax is saving it this time. That's a nice flick, I gotta say. The flick through the box was quite nasty, and we are gonna see if GTZ Bulls can get themselves further into this game, because them getting 4 rounds is good, but now they gotta build more. Otherwise, still, Berzerk is gonna be walking out big time, or they at least could walk out big time. That's always a thing we gotta keep in mind. It's of course not 100% confirmed or anything that it is gonna be a lead after them getting 1 round, but it's definitely a possibility of happening. Fox is going to be taken down with the AWP. Sure, or SHR is still waiting from top mid. He's going to try to peek the door, and he will spot out Devran, but Devran has won both of the AWP duels. 2 AWPs taken down, 2 AWPs taken. That's going to be a lot of money down the drain for GTZ Bulls. Devran just keeps on fragging. They aren't going to be stopped. Berzerk just runs their way onto middle, runs their way into B side without GTZ Bulls having any answer. No answer can be found, and it's going to be the 1v5 retake having to come in for Stepa. The bomb is slowly taken away. The round should be won here by Berzerk. I have no clue if you guys are hearing what I hear in the background, but probably not that loud. 7 on the board for Berzerk. And they are 1 round away from getting themselves this half victory. One round away from already securing themselves the half win. The Fran, yeah. I mean, if you're getting the kills that easy, and oh, the kill through the smoke is even more. That's just too bad. Like, no answer for GTZ Bulls whatsoever. Stepa gets 1, but that's all he has to offer, all he has to bring inside of that round. And the GTZ Bulls once again on a weaker buy. Armored Eagles is what they have, and a 5-7 on Rafax as well. Not gonna make things easier. Ooh, that AWP shot is gonna be great. Some early damage taken onto the scout from SHR. When Devran is lining up, the P comes in, and he is gonna be tagged down to 31 HP off of that. Ooh, that with a beautiful early frag, and will he be expecting the push? And the Eagles are putting in work, getting 2 kills, and with easy taps, it will be the double man advantage for GTZ Bulls. They will still have the Deagles to work with, but if you can frag with a Deagle like that, then I think Deagles are not going to be any worse than AKs. Rofox is already on the lurk, already coming out from long in a few moments. That could be him actually finding some frags, him actually finding some kills. And he is already close there. The 5-7 coming in, 5-7 putting out, and the 8K going to be taken down. Not the flawless round, but Johnny in the 1v3 after killing himself 2 already. He needs to find 3 more. There are 2 players on low HP for the GTZ Bulls side, and it will be Rough taking him down. It's actually GTZ Bulls saving themselves from Berzerk walking out, and the pass most likely coming in, or what is going on? I'm not sure if that was a pause or some nice shots been called. Johnny trying everything he can with those 2 frags, but it was just all falling short. The pass coming in for Berzerk, and I was right. They need to get themselves back on the same page, because last round was a bit messy. The pass is gone, and we see another pass coming in. Gives us some more time to relax and think about what is going to happen next. It has been a big roller coaster so far, but if Berzerk can get themselves some more rounds, I think they are, on paper, going to be the favorites for taking Dust 2. But you never know. We also know that GTZ Bulls, I don't know if they've played too much Dust 2 in their series so far. Berzerk has lost themselves Dust 2 one time, and then went to Dust 2 on the 3rd map, if it was going that far. Yeah, Berzerk has lost themselves thus to twice. But one time it was a pick against them. So yeah, we're gonna see because, I mean, I said on paper it's Berzerk having to take it, but I mean looking at the map statistics or looking at how much they played it, they've lost it twice. One time they picked it, and I think one time Eternal Fire picked it against them. And then for you to lose both games, both maps, then I'm not 100% sure about the pick being that great, that stable. I don't know. Nice opening frag there from Shanty coming in, but it was Jeppa also taking a trade, so it's not really an opening, it's just a trade. That is going to be adding up for one more, which leaves the advantage towards Nplay Bulls now. The play comes in, the push is there. It will be side taken over. Bomb getting planted and a 3v3 retake now coming in. Shank is going to be hiding with his AWP. Will take Roffax down. And how much the entries in the beginning made any sense, it's going to be down to the retake. And it's going to be down to SHR and that going for it. Or maybe they're going to pull the plug. You never know. There is a player post up on this bottom staircase. SHR is ready. He will take him out. Shanky down to 37 HP on the side. And he's now the only player left. The retake will have to come in. Bomb slowly ticking away. 10 second mark slowly going to be hit. Shanky hiding. Will be missing the no scope. The bomb will be defused. The round will be won, I assume. SHR, is there enough time? Yes, there is. 6 on the board. And play GTZ Bulls are going to be making it closer and closer. And are going to be able to take themselves this half win still. They could be taking it. And it's already not that bad of a half. We know Dust 2 is a big 50-50. And maybe people say even it is a bit T-sided. I don't know. I think it's more of a 50-50, I gotta say. But now maybe with the M4A1S buff a bit more CT-sided. It was a bit T-sided. Maybe that's what it is. But it's mostly about how you play it on Dust 2. It's mostly about that. And not necessarily about a half not being in your favor or a side not being in your favor. We're gonna see. Because some early damage taken towards the players from Berzerk with some nades coming in. But it will still be a top on the flash coming into mid. And it seems like Berzerk want to take some map control. But GTZ Bulls is still playing it slow. Not taking any peek, not taking any control. But Roffax has a nice angle now to work with. With the setup there on short. This could be danger. Somebody comes in, flash as well. Roffax is going to be falling off the angle. But he wants to peek in for more. Really is going to be smoking mid off, but it will be SHR taking him down. The B split coming in now. 2 players from GTZ Bulls are waiting on mid, and he will be spotting out the first one, and he is going to spot out the second one too. He knows there's someone not playing on B side. It will be Jeppa who has to be fought against. The side is now taken over, I assume. Bomb still dropped, not side taken over just yet. Roffax waiting around the corner, and the bomb will be planted. He's peeking in for more, missing the shot. Bomb not getting planted. There will be another tap having to come in. The Fran and Johnny stuck on the side. They cannot do anything here on this close angle. The flash will come in. The Fran will dodge it. There's still a nade on Steppa. I'm not sure. Steppa is coming from the tunnel position. Is gonna nade on the side. And the flash comes in as well. The retake will have to come in. The Fran will be taken out. Johnny now in the 1v1. He knows where Steppa is playing. And Steppa, he has to hold, but Johnny, he has the advantage to just jiggle, peek him out, trying to take him down. And the bomb slowly ticking away. Steppa walking in, will be peeking out, but he is going to be falling. 8 on the board. And it is going to be the half won by Berzerk. We know that already. But are they going to be taking it with 9? Or is it going to be 8 only? Johnny has to hold it on. You see it here in the replay. And he's baiting. He knows he only has to bait some time. And as soon as he spots out Steppa in his full motion and Steppa doesn't hit a headshot, then he knows the round will be his. But that's some balls of steel you need to have for that. You can also think, okay, let's just go for the peak. Let's gamble it. We have the peakest advantage potentially. But if you wait, you might as well just get it. And up on each side of Ran, gonna be walking out of the long area. Push will be coming in for the T side. Now it's Abu Willy who's trying to entry out. That will be full blinded. And he's just going to be waiting inside the smoke. He's going to be swinging out. And that will actually find one. The trade isn't there. But Rafax will take down Shanky. Actually making it a bit more looking like a round for GTZ Bulls. The trades are in. And that will result in Japa being in the 1v2. Has been taken down one player. Is securing up that AK, I should say. But the players from Berzerk are low. Jeppa will be taken down with one shot with the AVP and a few shots with the AK as well. The Vran will be taking him down to quite low HP, and Jeppa knows he has to go for it, but he doesn't have any util to bait anything out. And it will be 9-6 in the favor of Berzerk, which is going to be the end of the half. And 9-6 is looking pretty solid for Berzerk, but we are going to be seeing if GTZ Bulls can take this back, if they can do it on their T side as well. I'm not really sure what to think about those two being T or CT sided, but Berzerk now on their CT side shows what you can do, because this match is definitely going to be a banger. We're going to be back after that break, and then we will be back with the second half. Hello everyone, we are back and we saw Dust 2 going the way of Berzerk, Berzerk, the first half going from this Dust 2, going in favor of Berzerk 9-6, and now we're going to see the CT side of them coming ahead of them, and that's going to be pretty interesting. We can see if they take the pistol, they're going to get themselves closer, but if GTC Bulls takes the pistol, it is going to be them potentially tying up the game already with just a few rounds in, and I mean, Dust 2, we've said it multiple times. Berzerk has picked it, but it isn't their best map throughout this whole event already. They have played it twice, they lost themselves twice, and now picking it, you must have balls for that, but they might feel really confident on it still, even though they've lost themselves twice. GTC Bulls, on the other hand, hasn't been playing Dust 2 that much. I think they've played it 0 times. They would have had a third map of Dust 2. But they haven't played it in this event yet, so we cannot say anything about it. We're gonna see. The flashes comes in, the push will be from mid for Berzerk, the setup is in. But 3 players from GTC Bulls are moving their way out of tunnel. That will be picking up the first one with the P250. And D is missing. And that's going to result in him being taken down. A side is going to be the place to be for the players from Berzerk to get some kills. But it will be only the Vran on the side is there to hold it off. We'll find one. And if we find a second, then it makes the round a bit more competitive. Jep, on the other hand, trying to take some players down here on the B side, and he will actually be successful with it. Even Abu Willy in the 1v3. 1v2 now up, and the ding came in. Abu Willy is actually going to be taken down, is actually going to be dealt with, and it will be 7 on the board now for the GTC Bulls squad. 9-7, and I said it, pistol round taken. Bulls could get themselves back into the game right here. The peek from the front is great, but the kill isn't coming through. He will actually get tapped there. And that's the option we love to see. That's why we like to see Dust too. But now with the new thingy actually blocking, as usual, we're not going to see that crazy mid picks coming in we saw before. But we, of course, are still going to see quite a lot of nice shots going through that door. The 5v4 is taken in the favor of the Bulls. It seems like they're going to try to take themselves the A side now. Johnny's still waiting with his AK. The bomb will be dropped, and that's not going to be a good thing because Abu Willy's still waiting, protecting himself. Johnny's going to be there for a second kill as well. And he is waiting with his deagle around the corner, but the kills are actually going away from GTZ Bulls, so not really anything in the end turning out. Or is Shanky still going to be able to find something? No, he isn't. Round won by GTZ Bulls. Beautiful stuff overall from GTZ Bulls with the kills coming in. And then you know that things are going to be turning out quite great. Now we are gonna see, because Ruffox is good for the first 2 kills there. Johnny on the B side trying to take himself a kill, but it's Jeppe who is gonna take him out with the trade. And it's Ruffox with actually 4 kills there with a Mac 10, farming a lot of money, and he's gonna drop that Mac 10 out. Fair play, fair stuff, because now he has an AWP in his bag to work with, and it will be actually GTZ Bulls tying up the game already. I didn't expect them to tie it up this quickly, but 3 rounds won in a row, fair to say. They are back, and now we're going to see if they are going to be able to go beyond Berzerk again. Because that would mean double digits for them. 6 rounds away from actually taking this Dust 2 out of Berzerk, and knowing that GTZ Bulls' main pick is Ancient. I think if they take this map, it's going to be a fairly difficult game still for Berzerk to pull up. It's going to be a very difficult Ancient that they're going to have to fight against, because as I said it, GTZ Bulls favoring Ancient very much, and now with double digits taken for GTZ Bulls, things are only going to start getting worse for Berzerk. The Vran with a nice shot there, taking down Steppa, which is going to leave the 4v4 now in. But yeah, Steppa was hunting with the Mac 10, trying to find himself something, but it wasn't going to be working out in the end. Why are the Bulls still trying to find themselves something? I'm not sure, but SHR got taken down in a round. Is going to be 1 double digit secured, as I said. Now we're clearly going to see if GTZ Bulls is going to take themselves this lead, because if they lose this round, or if they win this round, it can be yet again a full by 1. Then Berzerk is going to have to think about maybe getting themselves an eco or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to be able to afford themselves some M4s with some armor still. But it will be a tough one for sure. The flash comes in. GTZ Bulls are taking themselves some control. B comes in. Shanky going to be taking down the first one. 5v4 taken in the favor of Berzerk, with Johnny waiting around the corner. The flash from his mate comes in. It isn't going to be a good one, but he still finds the kill because of the mistiming coming in, of course, from Jeppe. This could actually mean the tie up, the 5v3 in the favor of Berzerk now ahead of us. Ruffox looking for everything he can here in the front, but he also knows there's a Johnny around the corner. And with his op now left, Johnny most likely going to be peeking out. Or is he going to stay? The M4 spotted. The spot comes in. It's Johnny who gets tagged. Round most likely done and dusted. So 1v5 clutch with an AWP. Who in the world is there to do it? Rawfox or Simple. But it is going to be Andy taking him down. And Rawfox isn't going to get it. The double up isn't saved. And Berzerk, they take themselves double digits. And the score is getting close. The score is staying close. And that's obviously what we like to see. I've seen many close games so far, so I haven't seen any one-sided game in a while. And that's obviously nice, also looking at a viewer point of view. GTZ Bulls is moving their way up short now with the flashbang to support. That's going to be short control taken. 2 mollies used by the CT, so that's going to be a lot of util wasted. A lot of util they cannot use in the later stages of the round, and that's going to be a good pick from the front coming in. He didn't know where Rawfox was exactly, but he still shot, still got the kill, and that's in the end what matters. SHR with his AWP. On the other hand, we have Berzerk with the man advantage and with an AWP to work with. So this is still going to be a tough one, I gotta say, for both of the teams. It will be a tough one to pull off. Push comes in, the peak is there, and it will be. Johnny takes the first 2 kills. It's going to be a trade coming in, but what does it really matter when now only SHR is left in the 1v4, has an op and a dream. The flash comes in, and yep, SHR will be taken down by sure. They're round 1 by Berzerk. They take themselves 11. And that's going to be what matters in the end. $11 for Berzerk. Now they take the lead yet again. And now with an eco ahead of them, or where they have to play against, it will be probably a quite easy pickup for them to do. Shanky fragging the first down. And this is just going to be players founding. The flick comes in. The front will take him out. The kills are found. The clean sweep coming out for the Berzerk side. And they are one step closer towards that victory. But now they have a full buy to fight against. A full buy where they will be struggling with no matter what. And this can mean quite a lot. If GTZ Bulls loses this one, they're going to only have, you see it in your top left, 2,900 as a loss bonus to work with. And that's going to mean no way case, but the Eagles they have to buy next. And then you can calculate yourself. 13 already won. 14 potentially as well with that eco coming in. And you are going to be close towards that lose of this map already. And he is starting things off great there with the first kill going his way. 5v4 taken. Push comes in. Abu Willy spraying through the smoke. Will not be able to find a kill, but does a lot of damage. And that's going to be the nade coming through from Abu Willy. Now SHR still waiting. Kills actually turning back, leaving the 3v3. Bomb still out of their reach, but it will be tied up numbers, and it will be an A side in some way. It is A side secured. SHR knows that there is a player in Gandalf playing. The nade will be there. The AWP will be coming in as well. SHR fragging out in some way, somewhat. This round has been turned over. It's only Johnny left, and he might as well just pull the plug on this one. He might as well just save. Oh my goodness, the retake of this round is absolutely perfect. Brutal from GTZ Bulls, we can also say. Because that was a double man advantage, I think, taken for Berzerk. And some way, somewhat, the round still got turned over. That's not what you like to see. And as close it was last time. As close it is still. GTZ Bulls are still able to take it. Are still able to take some rounds in a row. Berzerk will be getting themselves 1,400, I assume, this round. And that's going to mean them getting a full buy next one. But potentially in a few rounds, not anymore. Fox really crucial with that AWP. We said it, the Vron being early inside of this game, but now Fox is showing up, and he's showing up right when he needs, right when it is needed the most. He's not going to buy himself head armor because otherwise he cannot afford himself an AWP in some later time. Berzerk has themselves some nice stuff to work with the Vron getting the entry here. On towards SHR. And you know, Dust 2, it is pretty much an ARP Festine. And ARPs are usually the weapons for the job. ARPs are usually the weapons to frag out, but that's on usual maps as well. But on Dust 2, it's really well known for it. Oh, Shanty, that's not what you like to see because Jeppa was ready for it. Beautiful executed there from GTZ Bulls. The smoke, maybe not to bait, maybe also to stay alive, but it was a great bait. You gotta think about those things being really strategically involved as well. Johnny is going to be walking through the smoke most likely with a flashbang. Johnny is going to be peeking. 2 kills found. Stepper with the trade. Leaving the 2v2 now in. Jeppa waiting. He knows there's one player pushing out from long. And that's some info taken. Stepper will be peeking the guy from long in a few moments. He knows there has to be a CT coming. He's already lining him way up. He's lining it up. Now he's going to be peeking back into CT. Isolating the angles, and this is beautifully played from Steppa. Beautifully played from the GTZ Bulls side. Now B can be contested. The Vron will be smoked up. He's going to spot out the top of the smoke. And he's actually going to try to go for it. He's actually going to try to go for the P, going for an aggressive one, but he's missing the second one as well. Who is waiting around the corner? It's Jeppa, and Steppa now left in the 1v1. AK versus AK. The Vron has been important. Steppa has been falling short a bit inside of this game. The Vron is now swinging out of the door, but it's Steppa who is the angle. Steppa who is ready. And he didn't have a lot of impact inside of this game, but this round is definitely going to be great. This round is going to be huge. A huge pickup coming out from the GTZ Bulls squad, and it will be tie-up now. And now we are going to be seeing GTZ Bulls probably also thinking about this, about like, what can we do to improve it? What can we do to win it? Because we are going to get reset in a few rounds as well. Next round will be the target. Next round will be where they are going to be. Reset. So this will be a round needing to be picked up by GTZ Bulls, and also for Berzerk is a needed round. This is going to be one of the most important rounds of the game so far. SHR there with the kill on Shanky. The entry found, but we have seen rounds been turned around quite a bit, but it was usually in the favor of GTZ Bulls, where rounds got taken over. And he's still waiting with a flashbang. A lot of flashbangs are there to support him, and he will actually find the first kill. The spray through the smoke comes in, and D still alive with 3 HP around the smoke. That is walking in. We'll be hearing the steps, and there's only one bullet needing to be connecting. And that was the final bullet there. Now there's 1 minute left on the clock, and it seems like GTZ Bulls has the advantage. But as I said, rounds got turned around so many times that I'm actually not going to be saying anything about the round in the favor of anyone. I don't think that's a fair thing to say. There comes the smoke in. And another smoke thrown. The ace side smoke wall is up. And now it's GTZ Bulls who's waiting out for a peek from Berzerk, waiting for a potential spray down through the smoke. And it's Johnny who actually tucks himself into this Gandalf position, already waiting. Abu Willy spraying out, and that will bait potentially a second player from Gandalf not to be there. The molly is going to be used, and that's going to move out Johnny for sure. The peek comes out, 10 HP remaining, and he's still burning. Only dead now in the 1v1. Abu Willy actually taking him down, and how did Johnny still manage to get a kill there? If you throw a molly on short, it can still mean he is in there. It can still mean he's burning. That's not what the players from GTC Bulls were thinking, at least not knowing that is going to be taken out, and Berzerk take the round as close as it is. Berzerk are still able to get themselves the lead in this game. The bomb plant comes in, so that's going to be a little more money from for the side from GTC Bulls, but it isn't going to be a lot, and they will have to eco. They cannot go for a full buy this time. They cannot go for some Galils and armor. I don't think that's the play. That shouldn't be the play, but they're actually going to go for it. Okay. They are not going to let... They're going to let Berzerk on overtime if they lose this round. That's actually a pretty interesting decision. I did not expect that at all. No way I could have expected that, but they're going for it, so why not? Smoke comes in onto B, the push is there. Abu Willy is there to hold on. Johnny will be taken down, and the Mac 10's coming in play, you should say. Abu Willy still anchoring onto the side, has 2 HP remaining. Shanky is pushing in, he knows there's another player in car. And this is a round won by Berzerk. They are going to be facing overtime because next round will be a eco coming in for the GTC Bulls squad. And that will be 3 rounds having to win in a row if they lose this round. They're not going to force in this one. That would be absolutely crazy. That wouldn't be a thing they should do. And they're going to do. A P250 for SHR is all he has, and it will be Berzerk. Most likely going to be taking themselves 15. Shanky is boosting up. He's going to secure himself the first frag. That's the P250, the only gun that is bought and not from the starting loadout from the GTC Bulls. Guys are out. That is actually going to find himself a headshot there, or at least a kill with the Glock. But the kills should be found by the GTC Bulls. Or should be found by Berzerk. Should be taking them down pretty easy now. No armor. No really any guns. The amount of aim punch that is going to come in is crazy. But I mean, that still has the AK. So there's still a really small chance, and Berzerk will have to miss themselves everything. They cannot hit a single shot. Step up, fragging out, pushing out, but it's Johnny raiding around the corner. 2 kills going his way. Now it's only Rafak left. He's trying to go for it as well, but Johnny has secured himself that 30 bomb. Some nice stuff for the Berzerk squad. One more round having to be won, and it is going to be GTC Bulls having to do everything they can about this round for it to still be won by them. For the game to still be won, they need 3 rounds in a row, and then it's going to be overtime. So now I'm also thinking about that round still. Why did they go for it? It's gonna be it must have been such a weird decision, in my opinion. I'm not sure. The Fran is going to get the entry. The 5v4 is now coming in. Molly is there. The Fran isn't getting mollied, and that's actually going to be pretty devastating. He's still posted up with his AWP there, and now maybe another molly comes in, but what is it really going to matter? Smoke there. The Fran still waiting. Is now crouching, peeking in, expecting a flashbang to come in. Another smoke there. The front will take Steppa down, and it's Long that is contested, but will it be secured? Guy from Long gets taken out, which leaves the 2v4. It's all that is left for the GTC Bulls. People is now sure left to secure everything they can, but it's Berzerk who takes the round. Berzerk who takes the game. 16-12 is now in, and that's going to be Dust. We are wrapping it up with that game. It's Dust who is now won by Berzerk, and the GTC Bulls will be now on Ancient on their own Mapic trying to get it done, but it is going to be Berzerk having a chance to take it and take GTC Bulls out of this tournament. We're going to see, because we are going to be back with the second map in about 7 minutes, so we will be back with that. But for now, where you guys are going to see some highlights, and then we will be back after the break with some more CS gameplay.
Berzerk. Oh, baby, say one, say one. I wanna fly with you, oh, baby, say one, say one. I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, baby girl. I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one, say one. I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, yeah. I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one, yeah. I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, yeah. I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one, yeah. I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one. I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl. I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one. Yeah, I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, yeah. I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one, I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, I wanna fly with you, oh, please, baby, say one, I wanna run waves like Caribbean, baby girl, Oh, please, baby, say one, Caribbean, baby girl, Oh, please, baby, say one, Caribbean, baby girl, baby girl.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new stream. Of course, we have seen first map 1 by Berzerk there +2, and now Ancient is up for more. We're gonna see GTZ Bulls pick now coming up, and it is gonna happen fairly soon. But yeah, the first map has been won, I think, for the 777 and No Namers International. I need to check if it's already over or not. It's still ongoing. And we see that No Namers is actually in front on Mirage, and I'm not sure if that's the map pick for 777, but it might actually be. But yeah, that's for the A stream if you're interested in that. But for the B stream, it is GTZ Bulls taking on Berzerk, and it will be the first map won, as I said, by Berzerk. And it was on Dust 2, it was on their map pick, one of their stronger maps out of the pool. And GTZ Bulls is going to be on their map pick now, and the game is slowly starting, I assume. So we're going to be heading right into that after it. So we are going to be seeing, you're looking a bit like Leopold. Ah, man, that's funny, I gotta say. But we're going to go into the game very soon. And if we would go to a third map, as I said, would be Inferno. And looking at how these two teams have been performing so far, I think Inferno would mean GTZ Bulls actually, or Berzerk actually still having a chance. I think they're fairly good on the pugging maps, and Inferno is obviously one of the most well-known games. So one of the most well-known maps. It can be played very puggy, but it can also be played very strategic. So we're going to see what approach will be used on that game. Yeah, that's going to be it for now. But I got in my ear that the game is going to be starting in about 30 seconds from now on. So that's going to mean that we're almost going to be ready. And yeah, as I said, okay, now I get a message. The match is over. Maybe that's still ongoing. We don't know, but the first map is almost going to be finished, or is either already finished. We're going to see. We are going to be finding it out. Ancient now up at next, and as I said, Ancient, a map that GTZ Bulls is very much favoring. They have been picking it as well in their game last time versus NLG. And I think, or was it Berzerk playing it versus NLG? I think it was Berzerk actually playing it versus NLG. I'm getting things confused out of the way. I'm getting things confused. Yeah, no, it was actually GTZ Bulls playing on the map pick from NLG on Ancient. And NLG is one of the stronger teams out of this league when it comes to Ancient. But yeah, they got, of course, eliminated. But I know they were a really strong Ancient team, and they have actually been performing pretty well on Ancient. But Berzerk was also able to take a win on versus NLG on Ancient. So looking at it, I think both of these teams are going to be very head-to-head on this map. Oh, my screen got out for a moment, but we're back with this series. With now Berzerk starting on their CT side. Let's show us what you can do, Berzerk. Let's show us what you can bring us, because there comes GTZ Bulls already for a fast mid to A play. The push now coming in, that leading the charge is going to get the headshot, and he will find that kill. LeBron still on the back of the side. Kills go in their way. A 2v4 is now up. Johnny with his USP lining himself up from this temple area. The bomb is slowly ticking away. It's that with the kill. Only Johnny now left in the 1v4 will be taken out. GTZ Bulls are up 1-0. Some nice kills coming out for the Nplay GTZ Bulls side, and they're actually able to get themselves this early round. So that is going to mean a good start for sure on their own map pick. And a full buy, or at least 2 AKs, 1 Galil, 2 Mac 10s for the side of GTZ Bulls, and 5 USPs for Berzerk. So there shouldn't be a big chance of them taking it, but you never know. You never know. Jekyll lining up close. The molly comes in, will be used, and Johnny is going to be mollied out. The feed comes in. Jekyll will be taken down. One will be dealt with himself. Rofox there with the trade, with the second kill as well coming in. And the nades will do quite a bit of damage, but it is the trade from the front coming in. And actually, it's still like a very well played round for Berzerk. They had 5 USPs to work with, And now GTC Bulls is going to be 3 players still alive. Never mind, 2 players still alive. And that's actually, like, pretty good. Normally you would say, okay, they've still lost a round with 2 players alive, so it wasn't that close. But with USPs, they had 5 USPs starting up in this round. The smoke isn't going to be great either. Which leaves Abu Willi still spraying through the smoke. The molly comes in, the bomb is going to be planted. Smoke has a huge gap. Maybe Abu Willi is actually going to go for it. Maybe he's actually going to try to secure it. Is he going to expect a close left push coming in? Is he going to expect the player be that close long? No, he isn't. That will take him out. Second round for the Nplay GTC Bulls players. Now full buy coming in for the Berzerk side. And we are definitely going to see them now in their finals. We're going to see what they can bring to the tank. Because they will most certainly have to bring something. The smoke comes in, the push is there. GTC Bulls leading the charge with Sure, trying to entry, but he will be traded out. Shanky gonna be taken down as well. Abu Willi dragging out from the cave, or from the donut position. Fox there with a Molotov on the side. Was still burning. A 3v3 now. Bomb has to be planted. Stepa gonna be planting the bomb, and there is a retake now been played. A player boots it up, which is usually not a position that is checked too many times. And I think the boost is actually not there. Oh, it is. Rafak still up there, waiting. He's going to be trying to take down the first player, but it's ND who takes the kill instead. Kills going away from Berzerk. They're making the retake work, and it's Tapu who's going to fall as well. Berzerk has been able to take themselves their first round. Bomb slowly taken away, but the bomb is getting defused. And with that said, round 1, Berzerk now going to be on 1 round. Round 1 in the end by Berzerk, and a technical pause coming in. Let's see what the problem is. It is a coach timeout, and he is restarting his router. So that's gonna take a while, I assume. Yeah, that's going to be Rofox calling. The coach is restarting their router. So that's going to be a long technical pause, I assume. That's going to be quite a long one. We might actually be going towards the main screen if it takes a bit too long, or we're just going to wait inside of the game. I'm not sure what is going to happen, but I mean, we're just going to see players flying. We are going to be waiting and waiting because, yeah, restarting your router is going to take a while. And of course, that's where the technical pauses are for. We don't want teams to have technical issues and because of that, have themselves getting out of the thingies. Yeah, this game is already turning into a tie-up because Berzerk has themselves now the full buy to work with. Shanky has already bought himself up that FAMAS and is obviously going to buy himself armor around it, which is going to mean that they are going to have the better buy than GTC Bulls in this one. And that could actually mean tie-up, maybe getting some rounds more out of it. Getting the tie, getting the over. You know, you can get something tied up, but you need to get over it as well. That's what we are going to see if that's going to happen for the Berzerk squad, because they will most likely be fighting up against either Armored Eagle or a full Eco, or actually some Mech 10s with some AKs. That's also very well still a possibility. and that's how it can go. Restarting router takes obviously quite long, and that's what makes things, of course, a bit harder. But I mean, that's why we have them, as I said. That's why we use them. Yeah, restarting your router. I mean, if you have internet problems as a coach, you're not going to be able to view your team or support your team in that way. And of course, that's not going to be what you want, what you like to see. And because of that, things have to be fixed, things have to be done. And for tonight, we also have some games, or is that actually yet? For tonight, we actually have some games as well. We have on the higher part of the tournament the 2-1 game, Isuba taking on Devin Koalas, and we have Sangal taking on Coles inside of the lower parts of the tournament. It's Sangal and Coles taking on against each other. But for now, it's still this match having to be played, and 777 against No Namers is also ongoing on the A stream actually. And we are going to be seeing a reset coming in, so that means that everyone can still buy themselves up the things they did, and No Namers has been able to take themselves the first map of Mirage, and I'm not sure if that was the pick from 777 actually, or if it wasn't. It was the pick from No Namers coming in, so they picked Mirage and they won it versus 777 in the first map. So that's what is going on the A stream right now. But for us, it's now going to be starting up with, as I said, okay, that was still a possibility of going for an actual buy, and that's what GTZ Bulls have done. That's what they did. And they are going to be having themselves that full buy now to work with. That is going to be pushing up. Side control taken, or at least some short is taken. Kills going away from GTZ Bulls, and that's not how you want to end a round like this. Berzerk, they had the better buy. They had the advantage inside of this round, and now already it's not looking to go their way for now. The 4v3 up. Still, players having to be found. Still the kills having to come in, and the boost from the MP9 is in, doing quite a bit of damage. Jeff down to 1 HP. That is also down to 7. Oh my goodness, Abu Willy actually getting a kill there through the wall as well. Onto that, who was 7 HP. A player lurking around from CT, which is Steppa. He's making quite a bit of noise now. Spraying as well. He comes in from Chenky, will take him out, and Jappa now on 1 HP. Chenky, if he's not going to go for this, he will be ashamed when he looks this one back. 1 HP from Jappa. Bomb getting tapped. Jappa's going to take him. The round is won by GTZ Bulls. They take themselves their third round, and that's going to be a good thing. A good round for them to pick up, and Berzerk is going to be on an eco this round. Again, now a tech pass coming in, but I'm not sure from which part it is this time. I will be checking it out for a moment. It will be the tech pass coming in for, again, GTZ Bulls, but I'm not sure what it is for this time. Still having to get the info about that, or at least GTZ Bulls having to give the info about that. Okay, so that's actually going to be interesting, because that is going to be leaving out, and it will be Linko joining in. And I remember Linko as well as a player who has been playing for those Portuguese rosters for a while. I'm not sure if it is the stand-in or if that is a stand-in for him, because I haven't seen that play anywhere. So I'm going to actually try to find that out, because that would be actually pretty interesting for me to know as well. And is that gonna be a stand-in for them? I'm not sure. Low seed players. I'm checking it out on the things, and it's actually Linko, who is usually a player. Maybe that is actually the coach now playing for them, or it's a stand-in. They haven't been given up on Liquipedia again. But I think the player change has been made, and we're actually going to go to the webcam for a moment, because the match is almost getting unpaused, and it is some technical issues being used now for the side of GTZ Bulls. But of course, we're ready to find out, and things can go, obviously, the way of having to get yourself a pass a few times. It can happen, and it will break the momentum for the player who's playing against you, and also the momentum for yourself. So GTZ Bulls is not only like getting Berzerk with a bit of time to get themselves back in, but also some time to get yourself out of your concentration. But they're also shooting themselves in the foot with the GTZ Bulls. As I hear now in my right ear, we're gonna be going into a small ad break, and then we will be back with the after the pass is up and going. We are back after the technical pause is most likely going to be fixed. You guys heard it earlier. That got swapped out for Linko, and he will be playing for the rest of the series, I assume. We are back in the game. Linko is swapped out. He is ready to go, ready to pop, and let's go. Let's get this game on the way, because we have been passing quite a few times. And, I mean, it's obviously things that need to happen, but at some point you also got to get the game going. You also got to get yourself to play. The smokes are used on the A side. SHR is pushing in, will take himself the first kill. It's going to be MD still waiting inside of the donut smoke. But it will be the P coming in from GTZ Bulls. Fox still waiting, pushing in from CT. Third kill found. Solely MD now left in the 1v5. And he will be dealt with. Round 1 by GTZ Bulls. And they are now going to lead with 3 rounds in their favor. And looking at it for now, looks like GTZ Bulls is having the upper hand. And if they could take more than just 4, or maybe even get themselves towards a half win, than Ancient. We all know that Ancient is one of the most decided maps out of the pool so far. And in the pool right now, that it is going to be a pretty tough one for Berzerk to pull off, I gotta say. Also knowing that it's not their map pick. They're not going to pick it themselves. Abu Willy is going to be taking the first kill. Taking the first peek and also securing that first blood. And it will be GTZ Bulls actually falling back from it. They're not going to be stacking the A side whatsoever. Or they're not going to be going towards that A side when Berzerk is stacking it for a bit. Johnny taking himself some ramp control. He knows there's no one there. And it seems like GTZ Bulls want to take themselves some top mid control. Or no, they're going to move towards that B side. Johnny's going to take a lot of control. If he goes any further, he will be facing multiple players. He's gonna spot out the first, and it's Rafax who takes him out. Johnny, he might not need it to go that far. And it's a 4v4. 4v4 now up, and there comes the peek from Chanky. Will take one, will take the second. It seems like Berzerk has just lost themselves, or has hold on to this B side, and GTZ Bulls has lost at Linko. Gonna be finding 2 kills there, but he will be killed by ND, and Berzerk is now going to be on 2 rounds. And I said it already. GTZ Bulls, they might be able to get themselves some lead, but if Berzerk is able to secure some rounds, they are gonna get themselves the lead again. That's how close it is right now. There's nothing to be said yet, and we haven't seen that many like close games going in so far. So every map is going to be close, I feel like, in these type of CS. Jeppy is holding a small tiny angle. And if the CT is walking in there with his MP9, if Johnny is going to try to move in closer, he will most likely face himself his death for at least some damage done towards him. But it's GTZ Bulls who's moving their way into the A side now. Push comes in with Steppa being the one to lead the charge. The flash comes in. Chanky will be trying to stay alive here on the A side. Ooh, there comes the peak. GTZ Bulls, are they ready for that peak? They are ready for it. Sure, we'll take him out. It's only Abu Willy now left. He's usually the guy to anchor, but now inside of the K, or the inside of the donut, they switched it up a bit. The side is taken over, but the man advantage in the favor of Berzerk. Never mind, not anymore. And now it's only ND left in the 1v3. Certainly, the round is turned into the favor of GTZ Bulls, and it's Rafax who puts the nail in the coffin. 5 on the board. And that might have been a bit of server lag, or it wasn't the server, but it was just the GoTV lagging for a bit. Steppa is going to be able to afford himself an acre. Will he have to be dropping one? Yeah, there comes a drop. And the round will be won by GTZ Bulls. They're moving out, and with an eco now coming off from Berzerk, this could potentially mean a big lead coming in. But I said it multiple times, it can all be changed in a single round. For now, it's looking like GTZ Bulls can at least get themselves to a 4-round lead. And then they're just a few rounds away from getting themselves that half win already on a map that is very CT-sided. Jeppe will be mulling off. He's trying to take the peak. He spots out the first player. 2 players inside of his screen. And he will take down 1. Johnny will be dealt with as well. And that leaves the 2v5. 2v5 now up. The bomb is getting delivered towards the B side. The push comes in on mid. And GTZ Bulls are playing very, very well right now. They're taking their peaks. They're taking it slow. They're not going to lose it for Zanico or lose a single player, which is going to build their economy up a bit. Definitely. And that's going to be some great stuff for them. Some great signs of them being alive. And some great signs of them not being down after just 1 map lost. After 1 map lost, they're still going to be back and back as strong as ever. The P comes in, Steppa there with the first kill, takes down the A players. Or at least the 1 A player that was there. And now rotations are coming in for the Berzerk squad onto the A side. But sure, he's going to be able to take himself 1 kill. Now Shanky is peeking out. He is going to be spraying. The tap comes in onto Shanky, leaving into 19 HP only. But Seems like GTZ Bulls are able to get themselves a lot of early aggression, a lot of early things that Berzerk is giving them. Roughucks having a leg shot there. That's 2 leg shots found. 2 guys down to low HP. 2 guys from the Berzerk squad are going to be on low HP, and they're both playing on the B side, which is not the best. Not the best, I gotta say. Molly is there for Steppa. He is going to be baiting players over towards that A side rotation coming in most likely, or at least a push from Berzerk is in. That's not what you like to see. The kill comes in, and now Yankee on the side will be dealt with by Linko. And Linko is already pulling up the pace that was doing too. Beautiful stuff. Leaving the front now in a 1v3. He is getting hit, and I think he is also spraying, so will be hurt. But the peek comes in from the front, will be left to 14 HP, and potential save coming in, and most likely the save is going to come in. GTZ Bulls have been able to secure themselves 7 rounds now. The op is picked up. And a great round for GTZ Bulls once again. 1 round away from getting themselves this lead inside of this map. Or lead inside of this half already. With still 5 more rounds to be played after that. And we will see 7th round on the board now for the GTZ Bulls. Players with Berzerk are the ones on the Deagles. The Deagles and the armor. The front will have an AK, but this is potentially already a round for GTZ Bulls with them having the advantage. But Deagles, we always say it, Deagles are the most valuable weapon usually inside of a game. I mean, with Deagles, everyone certainly gets something like aimbot. They're able to hit everything they can. For now, it is looking like the first kill is found, but a trade comes in with the AK save from the Vran. And now the Deagles having to hold. It's only Abu Willy now left. He's going to be mollied out. Will be swinging. And he is still there on the side. Linko takes him out. And side is now taken over. But the bomb still out of the reach from the T's. The Vran waiting. He will hear steps coming in. Steps going towards the left side. The Vran playing with the sound. Playing with the knowledge. Linko getting taken down. And leaving the 2v3 now. Slowly but surely, it seems like GTZ Bulls are starting to get the better of Berzerk inside of this game. And they have been doing that quite a bit, but I mean, Johnny is now walking in from behind. He's trying to clear out the angles from the A side, and it seems like GTZ Bulls is all still worried about a player still playing on T-spawn or something like that. They're moving onto the A side, and they should be more worried about Johnny actually clearing this donut area now. The push comes in on long, and with 30 seconds left on the clock, Johnny just might be able to take this one shot. He might be able to do it, but Chappa there with a beautiful Ferrari peek to take him out. And the round, the half already won by GTZ Bulls. They're playing perfect CS now on this ancient map. Linko already very important with the frags he makes. And the half is already won by GTZ Bulls. It's going to be the question with how much. With how many rounds in the favor are they going to win it? They need to get as much as they can. The front will be taken down. I think there was an op taken out or an M4. You never know what he has. But Ralphax, he's just going for more. 2 kills found. The bomb side B is taken over. There's still a player in cave. Still a player having to be checked. Johnny still baiting. Oh, he lets the first guy cross. And he hears a lot of steps. He hears a lot of things going on. Johnny, he could just single-handedly take this round. He could do it single-handedly. He's letting them all cross. The spray comes in. Johnny missing on the first one, and that's going to leave him. That is going to leave him down. And 9 could be on the board because Abu Willy is now in the 1v2. Johnny just choked it for a bit. He could have just gotten that kill and then get something more, but he tried the bait, and that's obviously the most fair decision he can make. But also, it is going to be, if you are waiting too long, you might just cut yourself in the finger, and that's what he did. We saw it, Johnny just lining up, but it wasn't going to be enough. The round won by GTZ Bulls. They're walking out another round, getting themselves close towards that victory already, or at least towards a really, really, really good half. 9 is already great, but they can get themselves to 11, 12, 13, maybe even. And then it's already not looking really well for Berzerk. Already 9. Or only 6 rounds would already be, not, I wouldn't say a shame, but I mean, it's not a great half at all. Johnny is going to be taking the kill there with the Deagle, still baiting. Is expecting an op shot. The op shot is been missed by Ruffux there. The peek with the Deagle comes in, but the front wasn't able to take him out, and Ruffux, so incredibly important throughout the whole series, throughout all the series I've seen him play. He has been the one who really had to step up and was delivering for the GTZ Bull squad. Now, there is a player pushing from the CT. Shanky still waiting on the side. He will be taken down. Abu Willy in the 1v4. 2 kills going his way, but it's all he can do. Double digits secured. GTZ Bulls, they take it. They take 10 rounds. I mean, GTZ Bulls, they want to get to 13 now, but Berzerk, they're still going to fight back, and they're not going to just go out of the way. Because Berzerk, they're definitely going to have to put a fight, or GTZ Bulls will definitely have to put a fight up against Berzerk for Berzerk to let them take it. It's not going to be an easy pickup, like always. The P comes in. That's going to be the first kill going the way. Sure, we'll take him out. And the front still waiting with the AWP, but it's ND who gets taken out. Site is now probably secured, but the bomb's still out of their reach, and they will still have to take it. Johnny is already moving from behind. He's trying to clear the corners, and there will be He's having to check for it. Linko gonna fall, and Johnny has control over the bomb if he goes one step behind. But it is sure. Oh my goodness. Beautiful frags coming in. 4 kills found is up for the ace. Sure. Single-handedly could do it all. But Steppa helping him a hand. Oh my goodness. GTZ Bulls. They're on fire. They are on fire, and no one can stop them, it seems like. No one is able to do it. And I mean, what is there more to say? Just them fragging out perfectly. Doing everything is needed. And that's gonna be some really, really, really great stuff. For the side of GTZ Bulls coming in. And yeah, if they continue going this way, this game should be over in no time. Danky is gonna frag the first down, will be traded out, and Berzerk actually still, they're gonna be fighting back. Of course they are. And they're not gonna go down without having themselves put in everything they can. Have themselves put in all the work they need to, all the work they could. The round will still be won. 3 rounds for Berzerk. They take the up for Devran. And 3 rounds gonna be on the board. They can still get themselves the 4, which would actually, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard to still call it very possible, you know. It's gonna be hard to do that. But technically speaking, it should still be possible. The flash comes in, and there comes the B push, or the A push comes in, I mean. Tanky gonna be there on the round the corner, is gonna find himself 2 kills. That's gonna be the 4v3 secure. The 4v3 in the favor of Berzerk. They might actually still be able to take this round, and then they still have a slight chance of getting this one back. They're of course still gonna fight for it, and D will be finding 2 kills, leaving the Fox in the 1v4. This is probably a bit too much to ask for him. Is he gonna be knifed? The knife frag opportunity comes in, the bomb will be defused, and it's Berzerk who secures themselves 4 rounds. Still, it is going to be a tough one for them to pull off for sure, but we are going to see them actually take 4 rounds, and it isn't going to be a 13-2 that it could have been. It could have been 13-2 coming in, but it was 11-4 in the end. 11-4 still not that great, knowing that GTZ Bulls has themselves the CT side to fight now, but we are going to see if GTZ Bulls is going to take it very easy, or if Berzerk is still going to be able to put something up. But that will be after the break, and then we will see you guys back with the second half of the second map. Second half of the second map is going to start very soon, and we all might think that it's going to be an easy pickup now for GTZ Bulls, but we're still having a team that they are going to fight against that is well known for their T side, that is well known for what they can do with their aggressive pushes, with their puggy style. Maybe they can take something, and 11-4 is not over yet. I mean, 13 would have been way worse, 12 would have been also a bit worse, but like 11 is still going to be, even though we all say Ancient is one of the most CT-sided maps, I've seen maps just being turned around by the T side, just the T side completely fragging out at some point, and that could be a wonderful story that we're going to see now. The dual Berettas coming in for the GTZ Bulls players, and Berzerk will have themselves only one piece of util to work with, or at least one set of util. That's the word what I was looking for. And now Berzerk seems to be moving towards that B side, or at least a few players are heading that direction. They're going to be all going towards, or at least 4 towards that cave. The P comes in, sure, oh my goodness. 3 kills found, the dual Berettas picking up a 4th. And that's when you know that the round is going to be over very soon. The P2K, I was going to say, but it's a USP unsilenced from Steppa. Move pushing in as well, getting himself the frag. And at this point, it's just him just fragging out. Oh my god, SHR, that's just brutal. I don't know why Steppa had removed himself that silencer, but it might be also... I don't know. I have no clue, to be fair. I don't know what the silencer gives to an advantage. I don't think there's really any advantage it gives, so you could be calling it trolling. Maybe that's also the word that you are going to be looking for, looking at like that. But we're going to see, because Berzerk, even though they lose the pistol, even though they are now on an eco, there's always the small chance, there's always a little thing that might be working out. SHR will be taking himself to Steppa, will be traded out. 2v4 now up, and Johnny is gonna fall the front in the 1v4, and he is just lurking around, looking for something here on the B side, but he will most likely find himself his death. With 1 minute remaining, the front is gonna be peeking out, and it's Jeppa who takes him out. Round 1. Round done and dusted. And 13 will be on the board for GTZ Bulls. A full buy now for the Berzerk squad, and if they lose this one, I think that we can call it a GG. I think this round, with 5 AKs now, they're gonna have 2,900 only if they lose this round extra, and that, yeah, it's just gonna be some deagles, some armor, some galils, some mech 10s, you know, all those things. Step up, coming in from short, finds himself 1 kill, he's trying to walk back, but he will full blind himself in the process, which of course not going to be a thing people would like to see. Abu Willy taking one, but the trade frag is in. A lot of trades are found, and the bomb still out of the reach for the GTZ Bull squad. There's going to be some damage taken to the Fran, and sure, he knows that there's one guy coming from T-spawn. He will be peeking out, and SHR takes him down. Bomb secured. There's no one more to come from that B side, and D walking up from this A long area, people should call. I'm not really sure how people are calling that. Probably just long. And now the push comes in. Now the T's trying to control the bomb. They're having to retake it, but it's GTZ Bulls who takes them down. 14 now on the board. 2 more rounds needed in order to win it. And this game is most likely going to be over. Good frags to finish it off. And the round is going to be won by GTZ Bulls. They're now going to be on 14. And as I said, 2 more rounds needed. And they already have themselves so much money to work with in this round. And so much guns they have that this is definitely going to be a real hard one for them, for Berzerk to pull off, for Berzerk to even get themselves close to. Depa is going to be missing a bit. He will take the first kill down though. First player dealt with for Fox and Lenko. Yep, this is going to be pretty much over. A flawless round now coming in. And Berzerk, they have only a couple of Galils and AKs now to work with. AKs with no armor. Maybe they're going to go all for that. Maybe it's all AKs they're going to buy. Galil comes in for Shanky though. He's going to be having that piece of util still. And Johnny going for the AK as well. What does it really matter? This game is wrapped up. The only way we can think of it being a bit scary would be if Berzerk gets himself 5 rounds in a row. But until then, I don't see it happen. SHR picking down 2 kills. Bomb already spotted. Bomb already taken down. SHR pointing in a turret. I mean, slowly but surely it is Berzerk falling apart. Also in this round, Abu Willy in the 1v4 will be taken down. 16-4. And I said it, not a lot of games going one-sided, but this one clearly did. And now we are going to be going into the Inferno game. It will be a break of about 7 minutes as usual before the third map is going to start. And that will mean we are going to be seeing if GTZ Bulls are able to take themselves this 2-1 victory, or if Berzerk is still going to be able to get themselves back into the game, get themselves back into shape, and win the game. We are going to be back after the break.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there. They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We're back from a break and now we're gonna start up with the third map of this series. It was the first map obviously won by Berzerk, 16-12 in their favor. And then the second map was won by GTZ Bull, 16-4. And that's going to be it for what we have seen now. Now Inferno is ahead of us and in my opinion, I'm not really sure who's gonna take it. I thought like Ancient is gonna get a bit closer, but it wasn't, and Dust 2 was also very close, which I, for some reason, didn't expect. I expected Berserk to take it a bit harder, you know, a bit better than they did right now. But we also know that GTC Bulls is not favorable on Dust 2 whatsoever. So I'm definitely looking forward seeing what we are gonna see. Also, as you look on your screen right now, on 7 p.m. Central European Time, we will still have ourselves a game ongoing between Isuba and Devin Koalas. That will be in the A stream, and on the B stream, where I will be casting, it will be Sangal taking on Coles in that game. So we are going to see what is going to happen with that matchup. But first, we got to finish this one, and it will be the third map starting very soon. The knife round is coming up. And we're going to see what team can take themselves the knife rounds and can take actually a side pick, because that's where we are going for. What team is potentially going to start on the CT side? Because that is usually the side you pick. So knife round is coming up now. We're going to see what's going to happen. Ruffex is going to be the one with first contact, I assume, or no, he's yet. There goes. Ruffex will take the first guy down, and there are actually kills going back and forth, and it is now a 1v1 with Shanky taking it in the end. Berzerk has taken it, and they are most likely going to be starting on the CT side. An instant tech pass coming in, and we are going to check what it is. We will get some notice of it, or is it still going to be fixed already? Is there going to be a tech pass or not? Okay, it isn't a tech pass coming in. Which leaves Berzerk now on the CT side. And we are going to see what is going to happen in this game. GTC Bulls taking the next map, or the last map, very quickly, which might break the momentum a bit from the Berzerk players, but it could also help them. It could also help them with getting themselves new motivation, and when they get themselves an early lead, it might feel very good. Step Up is trying to frag out. Two players in dark are spotted, and the kills are going away from GTC Bulls. Some early damage taken, some early kills found, and it leaves the 2v5 now. 2v5 is what's left. Johnny now in the 1v5 is going to be on Banana, but yeah, the bomb is slowly taken away. He's just going to pull the plug and save himself that armor he has in his back. And there we go. GTC Bulls is wrapping it up with picking themselves this first round, I should say. And now we're gonna see. GTC Bulls has themselves a full buy now to work with an AK. Without much util. Okay, the AK is probably gonna go for some aggressive peaks where he doesn't want to waste or use any or too much util. There's gonna be 4 Mech 10s around him. Johnny will be taken down there. First entry taken. First kill found for the GTC Bulls players. And after them taking this first round, the second round is also already looking kind of great with that first kill already going their way, of course. Only one player for Berzerk is playing on that B side. It's step up, who's great for the first one. Smoke on long used. Smoke on Moto as well. And now it seems like the A aggression is coming in. Or at least JTC Bulls are taking it slow. They're gonna go for an A approach right now. There comes that peak. Vervan will be getting himself one. The tag is in as well. Second kill as well found. That leaves Andy now in the 1v2. Got the thing on his head and now he's left to 50 HP. Rafax takes him. One more bullet. Could have shot Rafax down, but he isn't gonna go down. Rafax takes him out and it will be second round secured for GTC Bulls. Too close for comfort, but it's still a round they take, and they take all day. Two AKs, one Galil, and two Mach 10s is going to be the loadout for GTC Bulls now, who are looking to get themselves 3 rounds won in a row, looking to get themselves that trio lead. And the posted up here from the boiler position is going to be jumping away. That's first contact taken, but not first kill found. And Berzerk, I thought they were going to go for an eco, but they actually go for a buy. And they have 3 smokes still to deny anything that GTC Bulls is doing. SHR moving his way up here on the A side. And there comes that peak. He will find the first one. Still pit inside, having to be checked. Sure with another one. And now it's only Andy who's there from the pit position, from mini pit position. It might be overseen, but it isn't going to be overseen. FAMAS picked up and the side taken over. Berzerk looking to go for the save, and it will be GTC Bulls, who has been securing themselves 3 rounds in a row now. And also looking at this being Inferno T side. I don't know, Inferno is maybe one of the only maps that is still a bit more in the favor of the T side, actually. Not 100% sure about it, but in my opinion, Inferno is still either very 50-50 or even a bit T-sided. Third round won by GTC Bulls, and it seems like Berzerk wants to go for an eco this one, or at least a buy where they buy Armored Eagle. And Armored Eagles, we know the drill. Still going to be a possible one, but statistic-wise, it shouldn't be around pickup for GTC Bulls. It shouldn't be around they win, or it shouldn't be around that they lose. But you never know. Can always be that one Deagle that frags them all down. We've seen it multiple times happen before. Smoke on side throne, and GTC Bulls is playing it slow. Same can be said about Berzerk. They're not going to try to overextend, not trying to peek into an angle, which is obviously what Inferno is pretty well known for. You don't want to do that. Or if you're feeling too confident, you can try to take every single part of the map, every single part of control. That's what makes Inferno a bit special. Oh, and the is going to be taken down. Sure, they're almost. The third kill found, and I said it. One player could shut down the whole push, and D finds a fourth. And then D is shutting them all down. The round is won by Berzerk, and I was relying to that part. I was relying to that scene that could be happening. And D just shutting them all down. The AWP gets thrown over, and he is the star of that round. He is the hero who secures it for his team. And unfortunately, we're not going to see any highlights of that. But that's going to be fine. 4 kills, they were impressive. And that's what it is in the end. An AWP on each side. 4 AKs still around for GTC Bulls, so they will have the better buy. looking at just one gun for Johnny. The rest will be the same. Smoke comes in, Molly in as well. Rafax, yep, he is falling back. They know that Berzerk could be taking some control with it. The boost comes in. No control seen, no control taken for Berzerk. 3 players on the A side. There's Chanky rotating over as well. He's already inside of Arch. Already waiting for a player to overextend, for a player to make a move. Smoke comes in on top of the site. AWP on each side now. The molly used, the push coming in. Johnny will be the one hiding onto this close dark box area. He's gonna be spotted. Jappa will spot him out, finish him. For the 3v3 now in. The 2v3 is now secure. Jappa with the second one. He could go for third. He is in a 1v2 now. Boo Willy coming in from Banana, stealing the round away from GTZ Bulls. And after that one round won by ND basically, now GTZ Bulls are struggling. Okay, problems on Berzerk's side. I got told it's a headset problem for one of the players. And the ETA will be 1 minute. So that's going to be probably when it's been fixed. And then we're going to be on our way with the game again. A lot of tech passes, but I mean, it's for the better, of course. It's for everyone to get their things together, get their things sorted. And I mean, players having technical issues is obviously not going to make the experience of casting or the experience of looking at it better. It clearly isn't. We are going to see batch is most likely going to get on past soon, I assume. I hear some typing in the chat coming in. Okay. Game will resume in a minute and a half, I got heard, and that's going to be the ETA time when we are going to get the game on going again. So it wasn't specifically 1 minute, but it was a minute and a half left, and then we are going to be good to go. We're going to be ready to move on, and yeah, GTZ Bulls has themselves an eco buy this time to work with. So it's actually Berzerk who are able to get themselves back a bit if they are going to be able to take the round. Match is getting unpaused, I assume. Then we are going to be on our way. It's almost 1.5. Yeah, there we go. Almost 1.5 minutes, I was going to say. And we are going to be unpausing. 3 could be on our waitings because Berzerk has the better buy this round for sure. And SHR has himself that Deagle to work with. The rest from GTZ Bulls will be on Glocks. Except Steppa, he has that Tech 9 and a couple of pieces of util to work with, but it won't be a lot where GTZ Bulls has to fight with, or is going to fight with. Grenade comes in, and that's going to be some beautiful stuff there early on. Oh my goodness, the Vran with 2 shots. That second shot, I didn't even see the player inside of his scope, but he shot at it. He got the kill, and now it's Steppa left in the 1v5. Flash comes in, and he is going to fall by Johnny. Round 1 by Berzerk. They will be getting themselves that tie-up. Now 5 AKs for the GTZ Bull side, and almost we have the same amount of rounds that Berzerk has gotten themselves inside of that last game from Ancient, so that's looking solid. It's not looking like we're going to see a one-sided game again, or it might be turning one-sided in a moment, you don't know. And he getting himself that entry will be traded out. Smoke used there on long might be initiating a mid push or anything from Nplay. GTZ Bulls coming in, but they're still taking it slow. It's the 4v4 secured after all, with the trades being found. The Fran killing Steppa there. And one more player who's already peeked out, Vox, is trying to push out, getting himself one. Still a player to fight on the side. She is going to be the Fran. He's waiting. He's posted up here with his AWP. He comes in. Linko going to take Shanty down, leaving the 2v3. Johnny from the mid helping out. He's leaving the 1v2 now. The 1v2 up against. And it's Johnny. He's pushing in. He's from the under porch. And it's Rafax who takes him down. GTZ Bulls take the round with the entry taken by Berzerk. It was looking to be their round, but in the end, the takeaway from GTZ Bulls was quite great. Rafax entering out pretty fast. And he was able to secure a round in the end for his team. Again, Rafax so important. Has been important already, and now he's even more important. Molly used in deep of banana. The control is taken. Rafax, he's posted up, but no kill can be found. It seems like GTZ Bulls want to move their way onto the A side now with SHR pushing in from the apartments. Spray comes in on top of the porch, and there isn't going to be anyone going for that. It seems like the long execute coming in with Abu Willie getting himself one, getting himself a second through the flashbang as well. Fran is pushing in, but he is going to be falling. Berzerk trying to hold on to the side, and with Shanky pushing in, going for some aggressive peeks. He's able to get it, but somehow, some way, Rafax getting it back yet again. The bomb getting planted this time, but now it's sure in the 1v2. This round has been going everywhere. Every way it's not supposed to go, but in the end, it is going to be the 1v2, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Sure will be falling, and 4 rounds on the board for the Berzerk side. Nothing more, nothing less. Score tied up. And we are going to be on our way with the next round. 9th round on the board. And it will be Berzerk, who actually has themselves the upper hand again inside of this game. But, I mean, they just weren't able to sustain it for too long. The Vran going to be picking out the first. That's a good first pickup. Good way to start of the round. And a push towards B now coming in for the tease. Lee Shanty is there to hold on. We'll be finding one. The second can be found. Third coming in as well. Shanty holding it down. Only Roughnecks now in the 1v5. Praying and praying, but isn't going to get anything. GTZ Bulls are going to be falling. But how far are they going to be falling? Because now they have the full buy again. And we've seen it already a few times now that Berzerk was actually able to take themselves the first round. Like, they take themselves the first round or like a round in their favor. And then it gets turned back right away. It literally gets turned back right away. Spray comes in from ND. He's gonna find one. Fox with the 4-on-4 is gonna get himself that trade ongoing. Flashbang on long is used. The push comes in. Janky, who's close here with his M4, posted up, not gonna find anything. Now the push comes in. Abu Willy, the Guardian, still here. With Johnny hiding. He's hiding inside of the graveyard, but he isn't going to find anything. Abu Willy will fall. And also, Johnny is going to fall. Everything falling apart in this round. It's only the Vran left now in the 1v3. And this could be 5-5 now secure. Vran is jumping up the stairs, and it is going to be Nplay. GTZ Bulls taking themselves 5 on the board. Taking themselves 5 up, and that's going to be quite great. Quite interesting. Yeah, this is the program before the the Keto Eats. Yes, that is what it is. Oh yeah, This is the tournament before it, yeah. An up on the Vran, and it seems like Berzerk, they could be able to take it yet again. They could be able to take the first round in their favor yet again. But then it's always GTZ Bulls were able to pull it back. So is it going to happen this time? Is there going to be again the round going towards Berzerk, and then the trade comes in? Oh, and D will be full blind, peeking out from this mini pit. And the kills are going away from Berzerk. And now it's a 2v5. Steppa on 14 points of health is going to find himself one. He will be left alone now in the 1v4. Hiding behind the Hake Bale, and it is going to be 1 HP that he has left. The peek comes in, or are they CT's going to be peeking? Yes, they are. Abu Willy takes them out. 6 on the board. Berzerk, they take another round. And they get it in the favor again. And now this time, GTZ Bulls should be able to get this back, I assume. Not sure. But that's how it has been. Usual. That's how it has been usually. But now it will be GTZ Bulls going for an armor pistol buy. Now it will be them going for it. So we are gonna see if the Berzerk can hold their ground against it. There comes Sure with the first kill. Picks up the AWP. Waiting behind the smoke as ND finds one. Will be traded out. Okay. It actually looks pretty solid still for the Nplay GTZ Bulls squad, but it is going to be Roughnecks taken out. That makes things a bit worse because Roughnecks has been the guy to step up multiple times for GTZ Bulls players, and now it's only Abu Willy in the apartments in Linko is the only player left for the T side. Round that shouldn't have been this close gets a bit closer with Linko picking up another one, leaving it to the 1v1. Bomb in his hands, bomb in his close grip. And it seems like Abu Willy thinking about B, or at least thinking about the possibility of Linko doing something like that. Linko is just going to walk up. He's going to try to clear mid for a moment, or is he just going to go for the stack? He is going to go for the stick on A. And now an op versus an AK. Abu Willy has armor. Linko doesn't. But Linko needs to guess where Abu Willy is coming from, and he has some kind of a read, but he gets timing. Oh no, Linko. He was actually watching there for a few moments. And the round that should not have been this close gets this close. The bomb getting defused. Berzerk, they take 7. They are going to be one step closer towards winning this half. Towards getting this half win, but HCG Bulls make it way too close for comfort. Linko trying to do everything in his power that he is possible to do, but Abu Willy, yeah, he was waiting for the peak. He was waiting for Linko to get that timing wrong, and when Linko turned his back, then of course Abu Willy is gonna push. That's usually how it goes. That's how all the timings work inside of this game. Janky pushing in from Banana, and it seems like 2 more players are waiting there. The push from Berzerk is coming in. They're taking the Banana control, but they're not going to go too far for now. Devron getting the entry there. First kill found. Second kill also coming in, and A side is for now held down by Berzerk pretty good, and Devron is peeking out for more. Can actually find a third. There's nothing seems to be possible in this round for GTZ Bulls, because Devron is just fragging out single-handedly, eliminating everyone. Linko with the AK trying to lead the charge here in towards that B side. As Berzerk is still waiting. B side could be taken over. There's a CT player pushing in. Shanky gonna find one, and he will actually find a dink, or was Johnny doing so, because Shanky didn't get the dink on him. 10 HP was what he has left, and now GTZ Bulls are going to be going for that timeout, because Berzerk is making things work. Devron getting a beautiful 3K here. You see it, all the shots happening. And the round was won by Berzerk. And now it's the question, is GTZ Bulls going to be ecoing? Are they going to be forcing twice in a row? So many questions. No answers whatsoever. Nade comes in. Gonna be great Nade. Throne, and 3 Tech 9s, 1 Deagle, and 1 PT50 for the Nplay GTZ Bulls squad now. They are gonna try to move their way up A, or at least the bomb is heading that direction. Not gonna be moving his way off of the angle now. They're gonna be moving towards A. And this is where Berzerk is playing with 3, which is obviously the main setup people tend to use, and he is not gonna frag the first, and Abu Willy trying to find himself too. The Abu Willy with a third. There's an M4 spray coming in. Shankyu takes him out. Only Linko now in a 1v3. Inside of the pit, waiting, and he will be taken down. Berzerk take themselves 9. And now the GTZ Bulls, who has themselves the last round to play with. And if double digits could be secured by Berzerk, this is going to be a good half. It will be a good half no matter what, but I mean 10 would be really good. Oh, G2 actually won versus Na'Vi in a 2-0 fashion. So that's actually going to be quite interesting. Quite nice to see that happen actually. I mean, I'm not really a fan of G2 or Na'Vi either. I don't really have a fan right now or favorite of the tier 1 CS, I gotta say. But I mean, G2 taking down Na'Vi, they take their revenge. Nico does it as well. So, all good, all good. The peak comes in. Abu Willy will take himself 1 player down and 2 players left low for the GTZ Bulls players. And he will be inside of mini pit still. With Rafox on 11 HP. Steppa on 12 HP, and he's gonna try to peek out, gonna try to get himself an inch of something. But the peek comes in from ND, will take him down, and now it's only Rafox left in the 1v4. Will be taken down, double digits secured for Berzerk. They are playing perfect CS right now, and it's looking way better than it was inside of the ancient game. They lost 16-4, and now they are already securing themselves 10 rounds inside of the first half, so it can only mean something great. We are going to be going into an ad break, and then we will be back with the second half of this Inferno, and then we are going to see if GTZ Bulls can still come back from this and won't be eliminated, or if Berzerk is still going to be eliminated. Who knows, who knows. CT side ahead, and we are going to be back after the break. 10-5 half in the favor of Berzerk now up, and now they're going to be on their T side here of this DE Inferno, and it will be GTZ Bulls who has a 5-round disadvantage, as we just said, because Berzerk is 5 rounds up, and then that's pretty logic sense, but I still want to declare it. And if the pistol round is going to determine a lot, and as always, it is going to determine quite a bit. It could mean Berzerk taking themselves to 11, getting themselves some more, building themselves up, or it could mean GTZ Bulls getting themselves back, but that's just logic sense. That's how it always goes. And yeah, I think the half is going to start very soon. There we are, back with the half, and Berzerk now on their T side, as I said, versus GTZ Bulls on their CT side. No dual Berettas, drops, or anything coming in this time, because there's not a position like Cave where you can use that to the advantage really great. Flash comes in, and it seems like Berzerk want to take themselves some control over Banana, but it is going to be the man disadvantage for them, because the first peek came in, the first kill is found, and GTZ Bulls are leading with this man advantage. App's been peeked, sure gonna find himself a frag, and the trade frag comes in, but on the other side of the map. The rotations will have to come in, the rotations will come in. Killer is still there, having to be checked, and it will be killed by Abu Willy. It's only Steppa now left there on the A side. He's trying to hold it on, but he will have to reload. Linko is there, but they know Steppa is there still in the pit to fight against. Steppa will be killed. It is going to be the bomb getting planted and D finishing off. And it is going to be first round and pistol round secured for Berzerk. This is going to feel good. This is going to feel very well. And now it's going to be to GTZ Pulse what they want to do, what they can do. It's really going to be up to them to decide that. Push comes in there on mid. I didn't even see it, but there's already first kill coming in. The push there from the T's, trying to take their control back. It's only Jappa left, and he will still be able to secure himself 2 frags, but it will be the round won by Berzerk in the end. They take themselves 12. 4 more rounds needed in order to secure the victory, and it will be a tech pause coming in. So there are going to be some technical issues for the Vran, and headset problem again. But now it is going to be a headset change that's actually going to happen. So yeah, the Vran has a headset issue, and that will mean that they are going to be and I also said that he's going to change now. He's going to change his headset for good, not having the problem again. Of course, Berzerk just has all the headset laying there they want. All the headsets they want and they need, they ever would need, and they ever will need. And with that said, we are going to be on our way. We see the scoreboard coming up real quickly, with everyone from Berzerk fragging out quite nice. On the other hand, GTZ Bulls is only falling a bit down. Fox, usually the one to step up, has been stepping up in the early stages, but since then, not been able to find anything. The last couple of rounds hasn't been his piece of cake. Hasn't been his things he would like to achieve. And yeah, great stuff. And for the Berzerk players, they are going to need only 4 more. They need only 4 more in order to get this victory. And that would mean we would go towards that series. Towards ending this series, towards the next series. Okay. It's still going to be a long time till the reissue. It's going to be 2.5 minutes before we are there. So I don't know if we are going to be up to any ad breaks or anything. But we are going to be going to a different screen, I assume. But I mean, yeah, it's going to take quite long because he has to be, of course, he has to be fixing a new headset, getting it all, finding it first, and then getting it all back. And now we're back to me because, yeah, it's taking a bit long. It's going to take a while still for the Vran to find himself a new headset. He will have to get it all plugged in already and set up because, yeah, of course, with a headset issue, with not a good headset, you cannot play. That's just CS is so sound based. You cannot do it without it. So we're going to be waiting for that, and I think we're going to go into an ad break, and then we will be back with the continuance of this game.
emotion, you make me drown into my emotions, into my illusions. Break me down into puzzle pieces, but it is my turn now. I'll be your siren after you make me drown.
It seems like all the issues have been fixed, and we are going to be going into the game very soon. Of course, yeah, all the technical issues. I think on the other stream there hasn't been any technical issues, but for us, we have seen quite a few technical pauses coming in and quite a few breaks from that as well. But it is going to be 12-5 in the favor of Berzerk. They're 4 rounds away from taking this game and eliminating GTZ Bulls out of the tournament. And that would be a shame for GTC Bulls, because we would like to see more for them, of course. But yeah, same can be said about Berzerk. We cannot keep all the teams in. In the end, we need to eliminate 8 of them. And 8 of them will be going into the playoffs, where they will be facing the 8 teams that get invited into here, which are still unsure of who that will be. But yeah. For me personally, I won't be casting any players, so we will be looking at it. I will be interesting seeing which teams will be invited into the playoffs. But there are actually going to be 4 teams invited into the playoffs, and then of course it will be like a single elimination bracket that we will see. So let's go further into the game. The flash is coming in, and a push on the A side now. Fox will be taking the first, taking the second, but Abu Willy is gonna find the trade. But 2 kills found, already looking great for the Berzerk players. Oh my goodness, Abu Willy is ready for another one. Ball will be dropped. There are going to be some players already rotating over from the mid area. Steppa gonna be smoking himself up, but the molly will still be burning. Bomb gets dropped, leaving Johnny in the 1v2. Johnny, can he make this one work? It's definitely going to be a tough one for him to do so, but, I mean, he has 2 players on short defined. First player he saw crossing. He's going to jump onto this hay truck, and Jap, he's ready for the gap. He's ready for the peak, and that's a position you are going to check as a CT. You are going to hold, and it's 6 rounds. That is GTC Bulls now on. They are going to get themselves one step closer, but it's going to be quite a tough one to pull off for sure. 6 more needed in order to get the tie, and then the tie is, of course, not a win still. One AK and 1 Galil, and the rest of the Berzerk players will have themselves the Eagles to work with. The nade is going to be great. Abu Willy is still waiting. The flash comes in. Will be taking the first. The second is going to be down to 50 HP. Linko left with 45 points of health to play with. Oh, the P comes in. That's a good shot from Schurter. Going to be taken. SD down. Nade will do quite literally nothing. And the long aggression from Berzerk is going to be great. They're baiting the players from GTC Bulls out. They are going to leave them to go back to their sites, go back to their posts, and that's where they are going to have to head. Johnny, he will be peeking from long. I assume the bomb is going to be dropped. Sure. Oh my goodness. SHR. Beautiful 3K there with the MP9. And that's a gun. That's usually not working on a range like that, but he makes it happen. He makes it work. The bomb is been here. Yep, he sees it. And now the players from GTC Bulls know that the bomb is right there, right inside of the Mexico area. And it's Safran who gets taken out. Steppa finishing him off. And sure, or SHR is going to be crucial in that round. The MP9. Not the favorable weapon for the job, but he makes it look so incredibly easy. Kill in Mexico is so hard to hit when you are going to be the one with an SMG. Still great that he makes it work and makes it happen. And now Berzerk will be on an eco. Only Abu Willy will have himself a deagle to work with. The rest will be on Glocks. So the round should be lost. Shouldn't be won in any way by the players from Berzerk, but you never know. Full ecos have been going out, but it's just not really the case this time, I hope, because that's just not nice to see. And Rafax will be taking himself 2 kills. The kill from Jeppe comes in, and GTZ Bulls is actually able to get themselves back a few rounds. They are going to be getting this one flawless. They are going to be able to take themselves some money. They're taking some money in the back, getting their economy rolling. Berzerk will still be... Oh, that's sprayed through the smoke. I think it was a last bullet actually connecting there on Johnny through the smoke. Good round 1 in the end by GTZ Bulls. Those frags you just need to get. Those aren't the hardest frags, but they're still like shots and plays you gotta make. I mean, you can still fail. It's still a possibility. To 8 now in the favor of Berzerk, but it is going to be GTZ Bulls. They have put the comeback in the oven. It's slowly cooking. I mean, it could be ready anytime. It could be working anytime if they take 4 rounds in a row now. The comeback is certainly there. It's certainly warm already. And then they only need to play it in order to serve it. But I mean, the comeback, it might be ruined by Berzerk. They might be adding a lot of salt to it, you never know. Then it's not nice to see, it's not nice to taste. I don't know what I'm even saying, but it makes a little bit of sense. The bomb getting planted, it will be 13. If this retake doesn't come through, if the CTs cannot make it work. Shanky is going to be walking out. The triple box is him fragging out. And I think Berzerk has just put too many salt in it because the comeback isn't going to work for now. The round is won by Berzerk and they are now on 13. 3 more rounds needed. That's a beautiful shot, I gotta say. This is a beautiful shot from the T-spawn. But it is going to be a beautiful hold down from the Berzerk players. Everyone falling apart for GTZ Bulls. And it will be 3 rounds away. Berzerk are 3 rounds away from taking this victory. From taking this game. CTs are down to quite low HP, but Abu Willy will be down to quite low HP as well. So we'll be trading out quite a bit. It's almost still a bit the same. The same HP for both of the teams are there. I don't know if it's better to have your damage spread around or placed on one player. I'm not so sure. The smoke is going to be deployed on long though. Rafak still hiding, but he will be taken down by Johnny. Sure, as HR is pushing out, will be getting 1. The second kill cannot be found. He's running out of bullets. Johnny is going to take him down. Beautiful trade, but still 2 more players low for the GTZ Bulls squad. And Step out down to 3 HP. Is still fragging out from this graveyard position. Is going to be falling. Shanky in the 1v2. Shanky, 2 more players to fight against. And there is going to be Lenko already on the side. He is down to 73 HP. So he is going to be the one who is still there with the highest HP. 30 seconds left on the ball, left on the clock, as it seems like Shanky is moving his way over towards long. Yeah, he's playing on an off angle, but it's Shanky who spots him out, running for his life, making steps to go towards B. Bob is actually not on his way. Yeah, I don't know. He was running for a fake, but the bomb was clearly already spotted. Shanky taking Linko down to 12 HP, and I think Shanky thought he had the bomb, but he clearly didn't. I think that wasn't the strategy he was trying to initiate. I think he was just gonna run, but he doesn't have the bomb. That probably wasn't the play. Linko, you see him just, his HP is slowly vanishing, but 12 HP is where he stands on. 12 HP is what he has left in the end. And Berzerk are playing it quite nice now. But they're not able to take the rounds. They're not able to take that last round, and GTZ Bulls is still coming back quite a bit. They're still getting themselves back into the game, round by round. Molly used on mid, push coming in. And Berzerk, they're gonna try to move their way onto the A side now. But will it be happening? The Fran will get the first kill. Ravak still waiting. He's gonna find himself one. Will be traded out, and the Deagles and the AKs coming in play. Berzerk take the side, potentially the round as well, because two players are actually hit down to 60 or 70 and 50 HP. So that's going to be some early damage taken. It's going to help the M4 from Abu Willi. Been able to get themselves a one-tap or at least kill them in a few shots. Some more damage taken slowly. The players from the HP is running out, and it's Linko who's going to pull the plug. Linko running away, and it's not double digit secured for GTZ Bulls, but it is a round won by Berzerk. They're going to be taking 14, and they will be 2 rounds away from taking this victory. 2 rounds away from getting this win here on this DE Mirage. And it could very well be over in just a couple of minutes. The GTZ Bulls are not gonna give up. They're not gonna go down without a fight. They're gonna be forcing into this one. And yeah, I mean, this is just an all or nothing buy. They have 1,900 next round. What are they gonna do with it? They only have Rafax now on the MP9. Jappa going for an MP9 as well. 2 Deagles and an M4. I'm not sure if this was the play, but they don't want to play for overtime. That's clearly what it is. They don't want to play for overtime versus Berzerk. It's Linko who's gonna fall. The only M4 they had to use is out of the play. It will be picked up by Rafax though. But it's still going to be some spams coming in here towards that B side. Sure, will get himself one. The trade comes in from Abu Willi. Things are just falling apart. Things are not looking that great for the GTZ Bulls. Quad step on the side. 35 points of health remaining, and he's going to fall. Side taken over. Round most likely won, and game could be won with that as well. There's going to be the save coming in. Rafax has to save, and Jappa with the MP9. They get 1,900, as I said, as their loss bonus. And that's not a lot. I gotta say, that's not a lot. Rafax waiting. From the top of his box, the flash comes in. Ooh, another flash is used. Yeah, Rafax. Is he going to be sprayed down? No, he isn't. Johnny isn't expecting him at all. And it will be 15 on the board. Berzerk, map point, match point, series point, whatever you want to call it. And also, GTZ Bulls is 6 rounds away. Or 6 rounds away. They have 6 match points, and otherwise they're going to be eliminated from this tournament. We're 6 rounds away from getting themselves out of this tournament. And of course that would have been nice. Of course we would have liked to see more from them. But this round is also not what they are hoping for. Not a lot they are able to play with. 1 M4, 3 MP9s and a Deagle. That's all. Sure, will be taking one. The second kill actually found by Jappa as well. side could be taken over, but actually a 1v3 is now. Somehow, some way, it's GTZ Bulls who take something back. Can they take yet another round? They're not going to go down just yet. They have 5 more rounds, and then it could be overtime. I mean, this would be the comeback of the century, I can tell you guys. And there comes GTZ Bulls. They're gonna be playing a normal setup here on this Inferno, not playing a very difficult one. Jappa will be down to 20 HP, and no rotations coming in for GTZ Bulls players just yet. But it is going to be a player down quite low, and Jappa still waiting for CT. Maybe a rotation towards A coming in after that flashbang is used. But B is the side where Berzerk want to head. B is the side where they're gonna go. Shanky with the first. The peek from Jappa is in, but he was already down to low HP. And Snap Sheppy, he hasn't enough. Zywing into the B side. This is what I've seen before, a deja vu moment. Zywoo did hit one with the AWP, but Sheppy doing hard now. The push comes in, and this could be it. Sheppy now in a Steppa now in a 1v4. Doesn't have a kid to work with, so time is slowly running in the Essen. With that flashbang coming in, Steppa still able to find one, able to find two, and down to 19 HP is gonna fall. Berzerk take themselves the game, and that will mean GTZ Bulls is out. First map was obviously won by Berzerk 16-12, and second map on Ancient was lost pretty devastating by them. So Ancient, they need to go back to the drawing board for that, because that wasn't well executed. 16-4 win by GTZ Bulls, but they are obviously one of the stronger teams on Ancient inside of this competition. And then after that, it was Ancient won by Berzerk, also one of their strongest games. So not a shame for GTZ Bulls to lose, but they will be out because of it. And that's going to be it for now. We will be back with the Sangal versus Colas game, and that will be on 7 p.m. Central European time, or something later because of this game ending a bit later than usual. We're gonna be back with an update. We will see the timer coming up soon, and I want to thank you guys for watching this match. Hope to see you guys back for the next one, which is Sangal versus Colas. See you guys after the break. Yo. 17 minutes. Okay. Yeah.